Brightest National Agric Science Contest, headlined by OCP Africa and Black Country Farms.
In Africa lies the power to nourish the world. Africa's soil nurtures plant life, sustaining communities and fostering growth and development. OCP Africa enriches our soil, making it deliver better yields. OCP Africa, committed to our continent.
Mother Nature has blessed us with abundance, providing all we need, ensuring that access to wholesome foods remains everyone's right. And at Black Country Farms, we're committed to ensuring every man, woman, and child gets the nourishment they deserve. Black Country Farms, a hearty meal in every home.
Brightest, brought to you by OCP Africa and Black Country Farms.
Crop production accounts for 90% of agriculture's GDP, with forestry, livestock, and fishing comprising the remaining 10%. Cassava, yam, rice, sorghum, maize, and millet are the most commonly produced crops in Nigeria. This is Brightest, where the agricultural expertise of our brightest minds takes center stage. We'd like to express our profound gratitude to you, our funders, our viewers, as we strive towards our 100 million naira target for the education of these bright minds. Kindly visit www.brighteststudents.com/donation to make a significant contribution towards shaping their future. During the preliminary stage of the competition, 81 students battled it out right here on this stage for a spot in the semi-finals. Now, based on accuracy and precision, the best 27 were chosen to be in the semi-finals. Last week, we saw the first 9 semi-finalists. Join me as I reveal the second batch of 9 semi-finalists.
My strength is I love studying new things of nature, and my weakness is I lose focus while studying new things. Thank you.
My strength is that I can draw anything I see or I imagine. While my weakness is that I don't have enough courage to pursue it.
My strength is that I have a sharp mind and I'm able to understand anything I'm taught, but I lose all focus when I'm with phone.
My strength is that I'm very good at learning from the mistakes of others and those ahead of me. But my weakness is that in learning from others, I find it very hard to notice my own mistakes and learn from them.
My strength is that I love solving biological problems, and my weakness is that I lack the courage to further it. Thank you.
My strength is that I really like chemistry, such that thinking of chemistry makes me feel in seventh heaven. But then my weakness is that I don't really know chemistry to a great extent.
My strength is my love for coding and robotics, while my weakness is my limited access to computer system.
My strength is that I'm very good at football, and my weakness is that I forget to keep track of time when playing football.
My strength is that I involve myself in social activities, and my weakness is that when I involve myself in social activities, I get distracted from my studies.
Now we are better acquainted with our 9 semi-finalists for today. After the break, we'll see what stuff they are made of. Stay with us.
Brightest, brought to you by OCP Africa and Black Country Farms.
In Africa lies the power to nourish the world. Africa's soil nurtures plant life, sustaining communities and fostering growth and development. OCP Africa enriches our soil, making it deliver better yields. OCP Africa, committed to our continent.
Mother Nature has blessed us with abundance, providing all we need, ensuring that access to wholesome foods remains everyone's right. And at Black Country Farms, we're committed to ensuring every man, woman, and child gets the nourishment they deserve. Black Country Farms, a hearty meal in every home.
Brightest, brought to you by OCP Africa and Black Country Farms.
It's still Brightest, National Agric Science Quiz Contest, and this is the second episode of the semi-finals. Ugonna, I remember you took a risk when you played at the preliminary stage, and it really paid off. You got 1,000 yields all to yourself. How are you feeling about taking risks at the semi-finals?
Well, not that I want to do that, but if it presents itself, I'll think about it.
You think about it. Okay then, Praise. You're at the semi-finals. It means you are one of the best of the best. How does that make you feel?
I feel so happy reaching this stage. Knowing that at the first stage I was feeling so tensed, and I hope to further it to the next stage.
I wish you all the best. I'd like to remind you from questions 1 to 10, you have a joker that you can deploy on any questions between 1 and 10. If you get it correctly, 200 yields will be added to your bond. You also cannot fill 3 questions consecutively, otherwise you'll be eliminated from the competition. Are you all feeling good?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready to play?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's play Brightest. I'd like to start with organic chemistry. Subtopics, alkanes and alkenes. Question 1 for 25 yields. The compound with the highest boiling point among the following is methane, N-octane, pentane, butane. The compound with the highest boiling point among the following is Jibril, Nimot, Praise, Neye, and Ugonna got that question correctly, and you each have 5 yields added to your bonds. A round of applause for them, please. Praise, you answered that question correctly in the shortest amount of time. You get to select the next topic.
Agric.
Agriculture. Subtopics, food supply and ecosystem.
Ecosystem.
Ecosystem. For 40 yields, here is question 2. Which of the following does not contribute to the biomass in an ecosystem? Food chains, consumers, microorganisms, producers. Which of the following does not contribute to the biomass in an ecosystem? Interestingly, you all answered food chains. Solomon, are you confident about this answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me why.
Bio means life. So biomass is related to life. Consumers are living organisms. Producers are living organisms. Microorganisms are living organisms. Why food chain is not?
It is the correct answer. You all got that question correctly, and you all have 4 yields added to your barns. A round of applause for yourself. Joseph, you answered correctly in the shortest amount of time. You get to select the next topic.
Quadratic equation.
Quadratic equations. Subtopics, factorization, word problems.
Factorization.
Question 3 for 60 yields. Here is your question. Factorize the equation x squared plus 6x minus 7 is equal to 0 if it represents the stock price on farm products. X is equal to 1 minus 7, x is equal to minus 2, 8, x is equal to 2, x is equal to 7. X is equal to 1 minus 7 is the correct answer. Unfortunately, you all got that one wrong. Better luck next time. Zainab, you get to select the next topic. Agriculture. Subtopics, ecosystem and food web.
Food web.
Food web. Praise, Neye, Jibril, and Ekene have decided to use their jokers on this question. Question 4 for 85 yields. Here is your question. A food web can be described as a transfer of food energy from one community to another, group of many populations competing for the same, complex patterns of food production in a community, complex feeding relationship in a community. Complex feeding relationship in a community is the correct answer. Jibril, Ekene, Praise, and Neye, you chose to use your joker on this question and it paid off. You each have 210 yields added to your barns. Nimot, Solomon, and Joseph and Ugonna, you have 10 yields added to your barn for answering correctly. A round of applause for you. Praise. You get to select the next topic.
Soil.
Subtopic, structure, texture.
Texture.
And Joseph has chosen to use his joker on this question. Question 5 for 115 yields. Which soil particle has a range of particles below 0.002 millimeters? Fine sand, gravel, clay, silt. Which soil particle has a range of particles below 0.002 millimeters? Joseph, what was your answer?
Clay.
Are you confident that that's the correct answer?
Yes, ma.
So you are confident that using your joker will pay off?
Yes, ma.
You are correct. Clay is the correct answer. Praise, Nimot, Solomon, Joseph, Zainab, Ekene, and Jibril got that question right. We are still playing Brightest, and after this commercial break, we'll be right back.
Brightest, brought to you by OCP Africa and Black Country Farms.
In Africa lies the power to nourish the world. Africa's soil not just plant life, sustaining communities and fostering growth and development. OCP Africa enriches our soil, making it deliver better yields. OCP Africa, committed to our continent.
Brightest, brought to you by OCP Africa and Black Country Farms.
Welcome back to Brightest, National Agric Science Quiz Contest. It's the second episode of the semi-finals, and these bright minds are battling it out for a big slice of the scholarship fund. We would like to crave your indulgence to please visit www.brightest.com/donation to make a significant contribution towards shaping the future of these bright minds. Now, before the break, Joseph answered the last question correctly in the shortest amount of time. You get to select the next topic. I'd like to remind you at this point, you can still use your joker before you get to question 10. If you answer correctly, when you use your joker, 200 yields will be added to your barn. Joseph, what topic are we going for?
Reproduction.
Reproduction. Subtopics, male and female.
Male.
Why male? Are you more knowledgeable about male reproduction?
No, I'm a male.
Because you're a male, so you're playing for your own team.
Yes, ma'am.
Nicely done. Question 6 for 150 yields. Here's your question. And Solomon has chosen to use his joker on this question. Dash ensures the storage and maturation of sperm cells in the testes. Spermatic cord, epididymis. Vas deferens, prostate gland. Dash ensures the storage and maturation of sperm cells in the testes. Solomon, what was your answer?
Epididymis.
Are you confident that's the correct answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me why.
The sperm is produced by the testes, and then the semen is taken by vas deferens to epididymis, where it matures before other processes take place.
I agree with you. Epididymis is the correct answer. Solomon, you are the male reproductive master. You answered the last question correctly in the shortest amount of time. You get to select the next topic.
Algebraic discussion.
Subtopics, simultaneous and change of subject.
Change of subject.
Change of subject. Question 7 for 190 yields. Here is your question. If bt squared minus h minus q is equal to 0, make b the subject of the formula. If bt squared minus h minus q is equal to 0, make b the subject of the formula. The correct answer is bracket h plus q divided by t square. Nimot, Praise, Ugonna, Solomon, and Ekene, you got that question right. You each have 38 yields added to your bonds. A round of applause for them, please. Joseph and Zainab, you are currently on the warning list. You can't afford to get the third question wrong, otherwise you'll be eliminated from the competition. Ugonna, you answered correctly in the fastest amount of time. You get to select the next topic.
Demand and supply.
Demand and supply. Subtopics: elasticity of supply and change in demand.
Change in demand.
Change in demand. Question 8 for 235 yields. Nimot and Ugonna have chosen to use their jokers on this question. Price of a catfish falls by 20% and its demand rises by 80%. The elasticity of demand is 2, 3, 6, 4. Nimot, your answer was 4.
Yes.
How confident are you that using your joker will pay off?
100%.
100%? Oh,
Yes.
wow. Those are fantastic odds. You are correct. 4 is the correct answer. Zainab, unfortunately, you have answered the third question in a row incorrectly, and your time here on Brightest has come to an end. Thank you for playing. A round of applause for Zainab, please. Ugonna, you once again answered correctly in the shortest amount of time. Would you like to select the next topic or have one of your co-contestants select for you?
I'll select myself.
What would you like to select?
Market structure.
Market structures. Subtopics: monopolistic and perfect competition.
Perfect competition.
Question 9 for 285 yields. Here is your question. The process by which farmers adapt to changing market conditions by altering their production decisions is known as supply elasticity, market price, market equilibrium, agricultural adjustments. Solomon, what was your answer?
Agricultural adjustments.
Ugonna, Solomon, Praise, Neye, Ekene, Joseph, and Jibril, you each have 40 yields added to your bonds for answering correctly. A round of applause for them, please. Moving on to question 10, which is the final compulsory question and also the last chance to use your joker if you haven't used it already. Neye, you answered correctly in the fastest amount of time. Would you like to select the next topic?
Mensuration.
Mensuration. Subtopics: area and composite shapes. Area. Question 10 for 340 yields. A sector of a circle is bounded by 2 radii each of length 14 centimeters and an arc of length 12 centimeters. Find the area. 168 centimeters square, 84 centimeters square, 21 centimeters square, 42 centimeters square. Who got the answer correctly and who was wrong? We'll find out right after the break.
Brightest, brought to you by OCP Africa and Black Country Farms.
Mother Nature has blessed us with abundance, providing all we need, ensuring that access to wholesome foods remains everyone's right. And at Black Country Farms, we're committed to ensuring every man, woman, and child gets the nourishment they deserve. Black Country Farms, a hearty meal in every home.
At Providence Bank, when we set out to do banking, we didn't just want to do the usual. We wanted to be different. From our ambience, which is warm and welcoming, to our operations tailored to suit you at every touch point. We wanted to make you feel special, so we put lifestyle into banking. Open a Providence bank account today and let's get you started on an exciting future-forward banking experience. Choose Providence Bank, future-forward banking.
Brightest, brought to you by OCP Africa and Black Country Farms.
This is still Brightest, the biggest crowd-funded educational contest in Africa. Now, Bright Minds, before the break, I asked the question. A sector of a circle is bounded by 2 radii each of length, 14 centimeters, and an arc of length, 12 centimeters. Find the area. 84 centimeters square is the correct answer. Nimot, Solomon, you both got that question correctly, and 170 yields each have been added to your barns. A round of applause. And now, Bright Minds, we get to the meat of the matter. What do I mean by this? From here on out, you have the chance to opt in or out of a question. What this means is, after the subtopic has been revealed, but before the question is shown to you, you can choose whether you want to answer the question or not. If you attempt the question and you get it correctly, the yields for that question will be split equally among those of you who got it correctly. But if you fail the question, 20% of the question's yields will be deducted from your barns. If you want to preserve your harvest, you can choose to barn it. What this means is you will not be able to answer any other questions in the competition, but the yields that you have in your barns will still be preserved. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready to play?
Yes, ma'am.
I wish you the best. Solomon, you answered the last question right in the shortest amount of time. Would you like to select a topic?
Chemical bonding.
Chemical bonding. Subtopics: atomic properties and hybridization.
Atomic properties.
Naye and Ekene have chosen to opt out of this question. Joseph has chosen to opt out of this question as well. Here is question 11 for 500 yields. How do an atom and an ion of the same element differ in the number? Relative atomic mass, atomic number, different number of proton from the atom, different number of electron from the atom. Nimot, Praise, Ugonna, and Jubril, you each get 125 yields added to your barns for answering correctly. Sadly, Solomon, you have 100 yields deducted from your barn for answering incorrectly. Ugonna, what topic would you like to go for?
Germination.
Germination. Subtopics: seed and fruit.
Fruit.
Question 12 for 600 yields. Here is your question. Nayen, Nimot, and Ugonna have chosen to opt out of this question. What is the fruit of rice and wheat called? Caryopsis, follicle, silica, and achene. What is the fruit of rice and wheat called? The correct answer is Caryopsis. Joseph, Praise, Ekene, and Jubril, you each have 150 points added to your barns for answering correctly. Ekene, you answered correctly in the shortest amount of time. You get to select the next topic.
Crop improvement.
Crop improvement. Subtopics: meaning and process.
Meaning.
Meaning. For 700 yields, here is question 13. Dash is the site for the location of the gene in a chromosome. Allelomorphs, mutation, hybrid, locus. Dash is the site for the location of a gene in a chromosome. Locus is the correct answer. Ekene, Jubril, Joseph, Nimot, Praise, and Solomon got that one correctly. And you each have 116 yields added to your barns. Nimot, you answered correctly in the shortest amount of time. Wholesale trade and environmental conservation are our last two topics. Which of them would you like to go for?
Environmental conservation.
Subtopics: reason and conservation.
Reason.
Reason. Nayan has chosen to opt out of this question. Ekene has also chosen to opt out of this question. Question 14 for 800 yields. Here is your question. One of these is not a type of environmental resources: electricity resources, water resources, subsoil resources, soil resources. One of these is not a type of environmental resources. If you had said electricity resources, you would have been correct. Electricity resources is the correct answer. Nimot, Joseph, Jibril, you each have 266 yields added to your barns for answering correctly. Wholesale trade is the final topic. Nimot, you answered correctly in the shortest amount of time. Question 15 for 1,000 yields. The agent who guarantees to its principal the payment for the price of goods or services sold under English law is known as. The agent who guarantees to its principal the payment for the price of goods or services sold under English law is known as.
That was easy.
Ekene, what was your answer?
The credit agent.
Why?
Because of he's the only one who gives back the sales he makes back to the principal.
Jibril and Ekene, you each have 500 yields added to your barns. It is the correct answer. At the end of today's show, here are our current standings. A round of applause for these bright minds. I do hope that your yields will be enough to get you a big slice of the scholarship fund, but whichever way, you will all get funding towards your higher education. That has been our time right here on this episode of Brightest. Please remember to support us as we strive towards 100 million naira for the education of these bright minds by logging on to www.brighteststudents.com/donation to make a significant contribution. To our headline sponsors, OCP Africa and Black Country Farms, a hearty meal in every home, thank you so much for coming on this journey with us. Join us next week on another semi-final episode as we unveil another cohort of 9 brightest minds playing for a big slice of the scholarship fund. Remember, it is one person that gives birth to a child, but it is the entire community that trains the child. Have a good night.
Brightest National Agric Science Contest, headlined by OCP Africa, committed to our continent and Black Country Farms, a hearty meal in every home, and scholarship fund managed by Providence Bank, the Future Forward Bank.